Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your journey. My name is Aisha. I'm coming to you from Bay Area, California, and we're just gonna kind of dive right in. However, if you've seen any of my prior videos, you know that I like to start each message out with a song. I feel like my angels and universe is always speaking to me through movies and songs and numbers and all those wonderful ways, and they're speaking to you as well if you would just, find the time to listen. And so today there's a song by Otis Redding. It's called Try a Little Tenderness, and I feel like someone needs to hear these lyrics. I think it will it's either from your love or from universe to you, but just take a listen. And as you listen, I'm going to do a little bit of a chakra balancing for you, so feel free to close your eyes as you're listening to the lyrics. And then we'll proceed with the rest of this reading, okay? All right, let's get started.
Oh, she may be weary, and young girls, they do get weary wearing that same old shaggy dress, yeah. But when she gets weary, try a little tenderness, yeah. Oh, and you know she's waiting, just anticipating for things that she'll never possess, yeah. But while she's there waiting, and without them, try a little tenderness. That's all you gotta do. It's not just sentimental, no, no, no. She has her grief and care, yeah. But the soft words, they all spoke so gentle, yeah. It makes it easier to bear, yeah. You won't regret it, no, no. Young girls, they don't forget it. Love in their hearts, happiness, yeah. But it's all so easy. You gotta do is try to do it. All you gotta do is dance. All the way on. Squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Get to know, got to find him.
Okay, once again, that's Otis Redding, Try a Little Tenderness. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and dive right in, see what's happening with the finances, with relationships for you, Virgo, okay? So first card we have here is the King of Swords. Very king-like energy, of course, but very much this gives me alpha, this gives me boss, this gives me someone who is very, really someone who's very serious, someone who's very to the line, dots their I's, crosses their T's, very much on point with things, okay? I almost want to say a dictator, someone who's obviously a leader, who just really doesn't take any shit, you know? But this also gives me, this is a person who is used to being alone, maybe in solitude, or likes being alone in solitude. I feel like you've had some wins, you've had some losses, more losses than wins, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have learned to reside in the balance of it all. Okay, it's like that's life. It is what it is. Um, I think sometimes there's a looking back at, what was lost, or looking back at the way, at what was behind you. Maybe that's to the past a little bit. Um, More so than looking forward to the future. But again, this is something that you tend to do when you're alone, just kind of either reminiscing or just in your thoughts. Okay, better times might, someone who might feel like better times were behind them, but not realizing that there's still much ahead. Still, like, Spirit is telling me fullness. There's still full life, fullness ahead. Okay. Um, so it looks like, financially you're doing okay for yourself. Like things are kind of in balance. This is a good time for your finances, even though, I feel like this is a good time for your finances. But you want more. I feel like it's a good time for your finances, but it's about perspective and what you feel like is wealth or abundance or riches. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I want to say just be like, I almost want to say just because it goes kind of back to this looking to the past, better times. You've seen better times, okay? Like financially, I guess, and even just in your life, you feel like, you've had better times, like funner times. And it's so interesting because I think a lot of people, because this, King of Swords is definitely someone who's older, more mature. This isn't a young whippersnapper, okay? This is not a young buck. Someone who is mature. And so, yes, being young and just kind of a wild woman or man who runs with the wolves, those were funner times. You didn't worry about what you looked like out there. You didn't worry about how other people saw you. You didn't worry about trying to be too serious or too you didn't even really worry about finances. It was like, even though you might have been okay, or you had them, or you have everything that you needed, possibly at your disposal, you just didn't worry about money. Like, well, because when you're younger, adulting isn't even a thing. You just living, okay? However, there are some wonderful times ahead. Now, it's like things are just kind of even kill, almost like they're on autopilot, on autopilot or cruise control, okay? Now there is a message, or was a message, or some type of message that's coming in. Maybe it's already come in. And I think it was supposed to be an opportunity, possibly, like for something new, but it either failed or didn't quite come through, or it's coming in very slowly. And the interesting thing about this is that I think it's supposed to be deaded. Like maybe the opportunity just didn't come through. And mainly I feel like it's because this would lead to some type of, okay. Okay. So this would kind of lead to, so justice is in reverse. And so what I'm feeling like right here, this could possibly be a scam or something that's just not on the up and up. Something that's not either legit or maybe not legal, or something's going on with this opportunity where justice is just, let me just say it, and speaking for the cards, it's just not in the upright. You know what I'm saying? So something about this is kind of fishy business, and what I feel like would happen is it would lead to a loss of coins, a loss of finances. Okay, so not a good look. And on top of that, somebody would leave you, something or somebody or the situation would just leave you out in the cold. You would not be able to recoup this. Okay, take it as it resonates. Then there's this Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is a woman who is a boss in her own right. She's definitely, or it's an energy, a feminine energy of this being. Okay, so this is a mature woman, someone who's about their coins, someone who's about their business, very business oriented, possibly entrepreneur or entrepreneurial, right? Even if not an entrepreneur yet. And this is someone who's very this is someone who's very much again a boss in her own right. This is someone who is very I almost want to feel like of say someone who is very magical. Maybe someone who you see as very someone who you see as a leader. All right, someone who's it's like someone who leads people or someone who controls things, someone who's about the business, someone who's literally like the matriarch, or you know, if not the matriarch, just like someone who's potentially the matriarch. I don't know, but something about this feminine energy is very much at the forefront. She's like a lead in a lead position of sorts. Okay, head of household or something. Okay, this person is very confident in their own right. They're very confident in who they are, and maybe sometimes very misunderstood. Like maybe this confidence can come across as arrogant sometime, or maybe because people don't understand people sometimes who are very confident and very business minded. You know, sometimes you hear these terms like a shrewd business person or whatever, but sometimes you kind of have to be that way because in business you cannot afford to take a lot of losses. You can't afford to be left out in the cold. You can't afford to make choices that are going to be unjust, like, you know, or that are going to leave you in a place where you're caught up with the justice system. You know what I mean? Like, so that could come across as, oh, they're just really, you know, shrewd or whatever. But at the end of the day, no, you're very confident, you're very calculated, and you're not easily pulled aside the road to entertain the monkeys. You're one track mind, and when you have your mind on a thing, it's like either yes, I can see the success in this, or no, I can't, or yes, I can see how this could be a good investment, or no, I can't. And you're not walking down the middle. You know, you're not indecisive. This again with this Queen of Pentacles, like she knows her shit, you know. And this is someone who I feel like represents home, happy home. Um, and also, of course, this is the Four of Wands. So this could be a very twin flamey energy, right? Because it almost looks like the 1111. This could be a twin flame, soulmate, soul contract situation, or someone who represents a deep soul connection, okay? But the blinders are off. I feel like this is someone who you know sees you, sees straight through you. They see you. They don't have, I mean, at the end of the day, the blinders are off. You know what I'm saying? And or the rose tinted glasses are off. This is the one person who you cannot avoid, evade, or hide from. Okay? Yeah. And so there's also this sense of this is someone who makes everyone, I feel, or maybe you personally, Virgo, feels safe and protected. However, she's not feeling very safe and protected. This is such an interesting energy. So it seems like this is a very intelligent, very strong minded, strong willed feminine energy who is just I don't know, it's like this is a connection that is obviously a soul connection, okay? And for whatever reason, there's no man, it just seems like this feminine is like she's just not she just doesn't take any shit. So maybe it's kind of your mirror reflection. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like they mirror you in that sense, but also they're like a mirror to you. So when you look into this mirror, you're being shown your shit. All of your all of you're being shown your greatness and at the same time your flaws. You know what I'm saying? And then and then there's no, even through all of that, there doesn't have to be a sense of a lack of security, or your guards can be down with this person. Okay, you don't have to be in protect mode. You know what I'm saying? Or protect myself or guard myself mode. That's what I really feel like this is. Okay. Anyway, let's get deeper into this. So, Spirit, just tell me what is going on. What on the relationship front? Like, what is this relationship about with this King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles? Okay, so this is someone who you obviously trust. Someone who deserves your love and who makes you feel like you're lovable. Okay, like you deserve love unconditionally. This is someone who does not depend on you. There's no codependency here. There's none of that. Like, this person is completely their own person, which is a turn on. It's very attractive to you. This is someone who does not mind expressing their love, but someone you probably don't express your feelings to enough or at all. I don't know, but for some reason it's someone that you would, if you could or if you knew how, make a romantic connection with or gesture towards. Okay. And this is someone who I feel like this is so silly, but it's almost like you won't even give this relationship a try. Okay. This is someone that, or a relationship where you're supposed to keep an open mind, because sometimes your soulmate is not exactly your typical type. They're different from what you're used to dealing with, right? Or different from your normal expectations, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Whoa, this just literally jumped out of the deck. Okay. So this might be somebody you've had a childhood connection to, because children show up here. And I don't get the feeling that children are affecting the situation or affecting the relationship, because you haven't given this relationship a try. So this seems like it's a childhood connection, someone you've known since you were much younger. And there's such a love, right? I mean, honestly, like an innocent kind of a connection here. Okay. All right. So there's, this reconciliation that is happening or on the brink of happening, or maybe it's already happened. However, finances and career are affecting this situation. And I think that now, of course, we see that the finances here say that everything is okay. But remember, I said it's just kind of, I didn't say this, but it's kind of like mess, like flatlined. It's like, everything is just, it's okay. I'm used to having, remember with that, the Five of Cups, it's like you've had more losses than you've had wins in your mind, okay? And so, you're used to having life and love, or life and relationships, or life and partners look a certain way, and your money and your bank account look a certain way. So now, although things are fine, they're fine, but that's it. They're just fine. And you want things to be great, excellent. I don't know. That's just what is coming up for me. So finances and career is affecting the situation to you because you feel like you can't do all the things that you wish you could do. Okay. You want to do more. You know what I'm saying? But feeling like you're a little bit alone in this because you just can't do it the way you want to do it. Whatever that means to you. I don't even know what that means to you, but however it resonates. But this is a very passionate connection, right? It's a very passionate connection. There is no, okay. There's a passionate connection, but sometimes it lacks chemistry. And I think what happens when there's like this passionate connection there, but it lacks chemistry, is that there isn't the time, or there isn't the effort. Something's not being done to basically even connect for there to be chemistry. Okay? Because again, you're not even giving this relationship a try. Okay? So this is a type of relationship that I feel like is supposed to, or could possibly ascend to a much higher level if there was commitment. But you're not really fulfilling your soul contract somehow. Okay? Whatever that is. You're not really fulfilling your soul contract. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so this is, you're very attracted to this person, or they're really attracted to you, or vice versa, or, but there is attraction here, and there needs to be some healing that takes place in this as well. I don't know why I feel like this goes back a ways, but it's like it needs to be some healing here. Divine timing. Divine timing. So let's take a look and see what the challenges are here. Okay. Freedom. I think this is tied to your finances, Virgo. Like you don't feel free enough. Okay. Because remember, these are the challenges. So freedom. I don't think you're very well traveled. If you are, or if you are wanting to travel, there's some type of a challenge or obstacle here. This is a time where you should be, remember, you're in this bit of isolation because you kind of are the Lone Ranger. That's what this reminds me of. You like being alone. But you haven't had time to really get back to just studying what you want to study, regardless of what it is. I don't know why I feel like for somebody it's real estate, for somebody else is business and finance. For some of you is spirituality, like kind of esoteric wisdom. Yeah, it's just... Okay. And someone here could really stand to use some energy healing, some really good healing. Energy healing can come from a literal energy healing session. It could come from the various people that you're around. Just being in a certain person's and good people's company and presence of even family. We're coming up on, the holiday season, so we'll be around family, and that's an awesome energy to be in for healing. Healthy family connections, okay? Not all, maybe, but the healthy ones, okay? Um, you feeling safe and supported is a challenge. Okay, you feeling protected is showing up in the challenge position. So that is a real thing for you. Feeling like you can let your guard down. And remember, this Queen of Pentacles is someone who sees you for who you are. She just doesn't take your shit. You know what I'm saying? She just doesn't. She kind of cuts through all the bullshit. She has two swords doing it, by the way. And, she's just, she always shows up as someone who is very blessed, very helpful. She's always been very helpful, or someone you've seen or just deemed very helpful. Okay. So again, you're able to let your guard down. That's what I'm saying. You're able to let your guard down with this particular feminine. And so again, you not feeling protected or you feeling protected is a challenge. Although this person represents a place, I almost want to say a sacred space or a sacred place for you to be able to relax and feel like you can unwind safely. I don't see the King of Swords being a man who is typically very vulnerable or allowed to be very vulnerable, but this is someone where you can actually be, in your mind, slightly vulnerable and still feel masculine and manly and, still feel yourself, okay? I feel like that was a lot. A mouthful. And then talking to your spirit guides, your ancestors and angels, and that's a challenge for you. Maybe you've given up on God. I don't know. Maybe you've given up on the existence of angels and that there's something else out there guiding you, or, I don't know, but maybe that's the challenge. And so you don't communicate with universe, okay? Even though universe is constantly trying to connect and communicate with you. Again, I'll say, for myself, I know that it's songs, it's the lyrics of songs, it's movies. I mean, literally, I could be watching a movie and something just really hits my heart space and, make me really emotional because I'm really feeling that. And most people around me probably be like, what in the world? It ain't even a sad movie, but it's just the words that were said or something that really resonates with my soul because wherever I am in life at that time. And so I know universe uses all these various methods, numbers, okay, billboards. I could be passing by and just see a sign and it's like, wow, just what I needed to see or hear confirm in the moment. So again, those are all ways universe is always trying to speak with us. Okay, so I just implore you to just start paying more attention. And there's a whole book inside of you. There's a whole book inside of you. Like your life is a complete and total story. Okay, a best-selling story. It's a movie. And but I feel like maybe it would be very helpful for you to start writing or maybe journaling your thoughts or your experience with life. Because for some reason this is in the challenge position for you. So there's something that needs to be said, something you're supposed to be doing with your story, and with your history and with your life experience and lessons, where it should be being shared, or it at least should be being documented, even if it's just for yourself. Okay, and for your legacy. All right, so that's the challenge position. Let's check out which the changes are that are underway. No, I won't do this. Okay, so so sentimental feelings. I don't know why this song is coming up to me. Tony Terry, that lovey-dovey feeling. It's that lovey-dovey feeling I get when I'm with you, right? So maybe there's a message in that song for you. I don't know. But sentimental feelings, I think just reminiscing about the past, reminiscing about your childhood, because that did come up earlier. Reminiscing about, again, the way life used to be, and I don't think it was so much the way life used to be, so much as to the feeling that it gave you of happiness and contentment and abundance and wealth or great health or just whatever, like just no worries. Financial changes are underway, okay? And again, remember with these new opportunities, just be very mindful as to what you come into agreement or contract with. Check it out from the beginning to end. And you are the King of Swords. So I know that you know to dot your I's and cross your T's. We are coming into Mercury retrograde very soon. I am just kind of at a loss with my dates right now. I have not been up on top of that, but if we're not in it yet, it is coming up. And so be sure to just kind of hold off maybe on signing any agreements and contracts, anything where there could be things can kind of get lost in translation, or where there could be a misinterpretation of information. Okay. Just be sure to read the fine print is really what I'm getting at. Okay. And know who you're getting into business with and who you're signing with. Career changes are underway. So this could be, starting a new business, investing in something that you're unfamiliar with, right? Investing in new opportunity. But again, just make sure that it's on the up and up, okay? And, wow, you are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. And then we have, so I just think there's just like this extra boost of confidence that's coming in for you. That's really what that means. Because I think at times you may get weary, right? At times you make it weary, just like in the song. Doing the same thing over and over, wearing the same shit over and over, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, change is underway. And then body changes. So this is someone who's really getting into a new regime or trying to get into their health regime. If you don't have one, establish one. If you have had one and you're just not where you want to be, this is you possibly making some adjustments. Maybe you've been working out but just haven't been taking care of the nutritional piece properly, or you've been changing your diet and your nutrition, but you haven't been doing the workout, piece of it or whatever. But anyways, body changes are underway. This is the perfect time to get to it, set those, wow. Yeah, healthcare change. I think your healthcare regime is just on a change. You're trying to get healthy. You want to get healthy. You want to be the best that you can be at this point in time in your life, even though you're, like I said, just this is someone who is more a bit more mature. So you're not a young buck anymore. So now you have to be more mindful of what you're putting into your body, what you're doing to your body on a consistent basis, because now your organs are reacting, right? They are affected very much so, brutally so, if we're not being very mindful and careful. Okay. And get some rest. Rest needs to be had. Rest needs to be had. So I'm going to go over here and check out these hidden messages here. Hearts, hidden messages. Let's see what's going on here before we end this. Whoa. Okay, so we have loyalty, pride, obsession. Okay, so I feel like this is a lesson coming up for you in loyalty. I don't think that you particularly need a lesson in loyalty. I feel like you probably test others often. I think it's definitely So this is like something coming up for you, a lesson in reliability, okay? A lesson in believing. This is pride, a lesson in pride and arrogance and ego. I think this is stubbornness. Okay, so maybe someone needs to be just a bit more reliable, trusting of a situation, but just more reliable, showing up as a king of swords would typically do. This is someone who really is like, the king of the jungle, right? So I can see how there can be arrogance and pride and ego involved here, and a very much stubbornness. Okay. But this is also obsession and possibly addiction. This could be addiction, addictive behavior. This could be trying to numb out or tune out reality in some way. But also this is about infatuation and adoration. So some obsession that you may have with something or someone, or that someone may have over you. Maybe someone is obsessing over you. Let's see. I know this wants to come out so much. So yeah, maybe there's some stonewalling going on here. Like you're not responding. There's some frozenness, no words, stonewall. So you're stonewalling somebody, or maybe that's something that you do to people. I feel like this is so funny. It was almost under this, under the card here with this feminine who doesn't take any shit. Like she pretty much is your reflection, shows you the truth about yourself or tells you the truth about yourself. And yeah, she, like I said, she has two swords to do so. Like if she doesn't get it the first time, she's gonna knock it out the box the second time. You know what I mean? She just is straight, no chaser. Okay, pulls no punches, as they say. So yeah, this is about maybe you're trying to silence someone, although you have a very deep love connection for this person. Okay, it says soulmates. So this is a soul contract, like I said before. Although I don't know, I feel like there's some type of loss, grief, depression around this situation. So somebody may be grieving this situation, or it's just very gray. That's what I'm being told. Just very gray. So maybe it's just kind of depressing that there's so much stubbornness and arrogance and ego here, right? Um, a lack of reliability here. And again, it is just kind of a crazy thing because somebody tends to always go quiet. Somebody tends to always just go quiet, freeze up, or just go quiet and stonewall the situation. And then you stay and reside in this silence, even though you have a deep love or at least some type of a connection to this situation or relationship or person. And it causes you sorrow. It causes you grief. You're just grieving yourself every time. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to come into some new realizations and into some understanding of who this person is, what they mean to you, and also how you need to show up for them. I don't know why I'm saying this. It's just coming right out. Thank you, Spirit. You know how it resonates. And then second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunities. You know, bottom of the deck is unexpected, shocking, turmoil, and trouble. So, maybe some unexpected news, or, again, I said that a little bit earlier. What I feel like this is, though, you're putting your own self in turmoil, taking your own self through turmoil. I don't know. This is just such an interesting thing because what it all goes back to for me is this pride and ego and just being very stubborn. Very stubborn. Yeah. Yeah. And I just think someone's just very depleted here. They're just exhausted. It's been a long journey and they're just drained. So take that how it resonates. What are the messages for you? Okay, the love messages for you, Virgo. This is from your person or from this partner. What are the messages from your person to you? Understanding. I see your side of the story. Okay. I know you feel unworthy, but this is a soul tie and we will always be connected. I want you to be a part of my future. I almost feel like somebody is saying, you're not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. We're committed to this. Like, we're in this thing because we're tied at the soul, right? I think someone being away from someone allows them to gain clarity, okay? So, at the end of the day, it's about values. It's about values, okay? Money shows up here. Finances show up here because maybe the way you guys view things are very different, because someone values money and then someone else just doesn't. It's not that they don't want money or don't have a need for money. Of course, we need money to survive here and to exist here, right? For now, okay? Unless we are going back to barter systems and whatnot, we do. So, but I feel like someone just has values on that, values on just different values, and it's almost like when a person, just values material things and they're always constantly chasing after what they don't have, which is the majority of the planet, by the way. But then you get older, you get more mature, and then there's the other people, even the people you grow up with, and your values just kind of change. You start recognizing like the most valuable thing in the world to me is family, like spending quality time with my family, with my lover, with my children. Like that's what I value more than, more than the money. And that does not mean I don't understand or understand the importance of money or that I don't desire it. Of course, I'm going to manifest the hell out of it. You know what I mean? But that's not what drives me. The money doesn't drive me. It's my family that powers me up. It's my family that I love. I could totally be off on the farm in the wilderness with my goats and my horses and living off the fat of the land and be extremely happy and content because I'm with my family and those I love, those who I trust, those who make me happy. Be totally content. Okay, so there's something about that here, like we see things differently, and money is showing up. But I'm just saying, from even a relational perspective, we see things differently. So someone's telling you that our values are different, and it's clear now to me. And I'm struggling to find my own right path. Right? The lessons I learned from us, though, will never be forgotten. I don't know why I want to. I'm looking at this. It's almost like. It's almost like this is how I'm trying to think of the lyrics to this. I think it's, who sings this song? Sugar Don't Be Sweet No More. And I can't remember. I don't think it's Alex Isley. I feel like it's Susan Carroll. I don't know. But anyway, it's Sugar Don't Be Sweet No More. And that's what this card kind of reminds me of, okay? It's like we have a soul contract, we're connected, but at the end of the day, we see things very differently, okay? And we have a different understanding of things. And so although there's this bowl of sugar or honey or something that's being dipped into, it's almost like it's not even sweet no more. Like something's off balance here. And maybe it's due to, where is that card? I might have put it away. But I just think it's kind of just due to there being this, I think I did put it away. I did. But it was the card of, it was one of these hidden secret cards. Basically, it just kind of represented like a, what did I say? Like there was like the ego and everything, or whatever. There's also this lack of, I want to say like this lack of reliability. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of puts things at an imbalance when there's no trust, or I can't trust you or believe in what you say or trust in what you say you're going to do or how you're going to show up if there's no reliability. Like you're just not reliable. And that could put a damper, and that may be why this, feminine too is like, yeah, no, I see too much, I know too much. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just not giving. That's what I want to say. It's just not giving. Ooh, I mean, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, Virgo. So I'm going to give you one more card. And this is just going to tell you what it is that you need, okay, to do for yourself, okay? This is the one thing you need to do for yourself. Let's just kind of get back to the middle, okay? Of course. You're the boss, okay? Which means what you say goes, which means, you know, you can maneuver and plan your time accordingly or however you see fit. You are the boss. Downtime. You need some downtime, and I think that came up also with just it came up a little bit earlier. It wasn't downtime, but it was a card that was very similar to that from the angel deck that I use. Just about needing rest, right? Just needing a break, needing time. Okay, and meditation. Now, if you're sitting there asking, how in the hell am I supposed to meditate? I've never meditated a day in my life. Maybe that's what you're saying. But meditation can look like many different things. It could be going on a nature walk. It could be in this solitude, this space of solitude that you typically like to go into, right? Just being quiet, listening maybe to music, but try something a little different and listen to music without lyrics, okay? So, yes, it could be jazz. It could also be some lo-fi. You can find that on YouTube or somewhere. Just play it from there. Just no lyrics and just be still. Be still. I meditate as I clean. I meditate as I walk. As I go for my walks. I meditate in the shower. So it doesn't always look like this. You know what I mean? It's however you can get the time in to just go quiet. Okay? But that's pretty much it. And you're the boss. So you say what happens. You say what changes happen in your life. And if you know that there's something that needs to be a little bit different, then I say release being so stubborn. Okay? Just let it go. And try to lay the ego down. You know, it's okay to put the ego down for just a bit. Ego is good sometimes. Ego is what helps us get the job done, right? But it's okay to lay down ego and allow ourselves to be vulnerable in a safe place, in a safe space to do that, okay? And you know what that is and who that is for you, Virgo, okay? Whew, wow. It's almost been an hour. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Be well. Be of good health, okay? Until next time, just remember that love is the highest vibration of all. Love brings change. Remember that you are the one you're waiting for, okay? And in all you're getting, get inner standing, okay? So until next time, wow, optimal levels of health to you, wealth to you, and love and light, guys. Okay, bye.